Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk about fragrance, skincare, fashion, and the finer things in life. And today, we are reviewing a new fragrance release from the designer brand VIKTOR and ROLF. What fragrance are we talking about today? I'm going to show you right now. Here it is. I have a 10 milliliter travel size here in front of me right now. This is VIKTOR and ROLF Good Fortune. I am going to show you my travel size. Let's do that. And I've been using this a lot actually. I tried this in a very detailed manner. I even made this a room refreshener. So I know what I'm going to talk about today. So if you have any questions in your mind regarding this newest VIKTOR and ROLF fragrance called Good Fortune, this video is for you. What are you going to do? Go grab a drink if you're feeling a little thirsty. I have my drink here. So let me take a sip. You can do the same. Let's do that. Or if you're hungry, go grab a snack, go grab something to eat, and come find me here. We are going to talk about VIKTOR and ROLF Good Fortune, and we're starting our video. Okay, so my last video on the channel was about Kilian fragrances, and that is like what? An hour long video? Oh my god! I ran my mouth incessantly, and this one, I'm telling you, I'm promising you, is not going to be like that. We have only one fragrance, and I studied it. And I know what I'm going to talk about today, and we're just going to go really fast. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'm going to try to tell you how this smells actually. But you know, on this channel, I don't really know the specific notes. I'm not really an expert nose, but I'm going to give you how I feel when I smell this fragrance. So let's start our review. And oh, before we start, let's just drop the photo here. Where is the bottle? Let's just put it here. Oh my god, it is atrocious. It is so ugly. I cannot believe they came up with a bottle design like this. It's hideous. Oh my god. It's just crazy. And you know what? One of my favorite colors is purple. And if you remember, when I was in Pittsburgh, my background was purple. But it was like a royal purple. It felt luxurious. But this purple, or the purple on this bottle, is like, what is like? It's washed out. It's like, you know, a colorful clothing, but you put it in the washer and then, you know, like high temperature, and you didn't take care of the colors, and then it's like, it's faded. I didn't like it. And you know, Good Fortune, I don't know where the name comes from. I don't like the name, and I guess the name and the bottle design go hand in hand, but they are not giving me life. But hey, a new designer fragrance, and we have to figure out how this new fragrance smells like. Okay, we're gonna start. So I'm gonna do like this here just to give me a whiff of the opening. So when I look at Fragrantica, they listed opening notes that I don't know. I don't know what they are. I don't know how they smell like. But what I am smelling right now is a fresh red fruits smell. It's like, you know, it's a little Jo Malone-like smell that people love, that opening. But there's also that designer freshy opening vibes with that, you know, red fruits like berries. So I'm like, you know, they say like when you look at Fragrantica, the top notes, they're like flowers or whatever, like green. But hey, I'm just gonna be honest, like what I smell in the opening of this fragrance is actually kind of like a designer red fruits berries that have traveled to Jo Malone world and came back. It is very nice. The opening is very nice. I cannot believe if anyone finds this opening ugly. And if you just smell this fragrance at a store and then you're like, oh my god, this is really cool, my credit card is vibrating, I have to take this to my place, yes, you might do that, you know, because they do that. The openings are fantastic these days. You know, you smell the opening and you're like, oh my god, this is a great fragrance, let me buy this. But hey, you didn't do that, or maybe you have done that, I don't know. But hopefully you're watching this video before you make your purchase. Okay, the fresh designer opening, kind of like a red fruit reopening, berries, kind of like a Jo Malone fragrance. It is really nice. But what happens when this fragrance dries down? You know, when we spray this fragrance on our skin, her life starts. And then from the opening notes, we travel to the middle notes, and then at the base of the fragrance, which we have here actually on this cotton here, this is what the fragrance evolves into eventually, and this is where what we're gonna smell in like 3-4 hours. So like longevity wise, I think this is not like a beast mode fragrance, but it is recognizable. I think the performance is like 4 to 6 hours, so it's what the designer world does right now. So it's not a deal breaker if you are in love with this fragrance, but this is the dry down of this fragrance. So let's start with the opening. I told you about the opening, but what happens when this fragrance goes to the middle notes? So it's here actually, and when I smell the mid notes of this fragrance, I'm like, Fragrantica says jasmine. I'm like, you know what? This doesn't smell like jasmine to me, but this doesn't like tuberose smell like tuberose either. Lilies, I don't know. It is that designer white floweredness. Is this a word? Like, there is the new category right now, that designer white florals, which is like, My Way, kind of like maybe Alien Goddess to L'Entité Intense, and this one. There is that designer white floral category right now, and this is what I'm smelling in the middle of this fragrance. But what they did to make this a little different than her sisters, actually they add some warmth to it. Like, there is something that is warm in the middle of this fragrance. It kind of feels like it is ambery, and at the same time I'm getting an indolic vibe in the middle of this fragrance. It kind of like reminded me of Ahmani Veh Melekit, kind of like indolic feeling, but it's not obviously that high because this is not a niche fragrance. But I think what they did is that they gave a certain edge in the middle of this fragrance. They are saying jasmine, I'm saying designer white floral chemicals, whatever they are, but with that there is that warmth, and it is like a little underlying indolic feeling to it. And when that disappears, or when that goes down to the base of the fragrance, this is blatant vanilla. And it is here. When I smell this, this is a basically vanilla fragrance. So what happened here is, we started out fresh. We started out like a little fruity freshness, kind of like a Joe Malone feeling. That I feel like it is more like, fruity berry feeling. That went down to smoothly to a white floral, like heart of the fragrance. In that white floral, I felt a little warmth, and I felt a little indolic feeling, but it's nothing disturbing. And at the base of the fragrance, there is vanilla. So, does this fragrance smell ugly? Absolutely not. If someone says this smells ugly, you don't need that person in your life. But is this fragrance mandatory? Is this fragrance groundbreaking? No. And the bottle is atrocious. So when I smell this fragrance, I'm like, good, this is a new fragrance. But at the same time, I'm reminded of thousands of fragrances that I have smelled before. So I think the new designer fragrances are playing games on our noses. So at some point, you might be reminded of Alien Goddess. It might be like Givenchy, L'Entité Intense ou de Parfum. It's like, is this Giorgio Armani My Way or Intense? It's like a lot of things, a lot of different thoughts, different ideas coming at you from different directions, but you were looking at this one fragrance and I was like, which one is this? What is going on here? Yes, this is where I am right now. I can't really tell you that this fragrance smells like this, or like, this is in the same planet as this fragrance, but this reminds me of fragrances that I have smelled before in the designer world. It's not like, Coco Mademoiselle or Jimmy Choo Original Eau de Parfum or VIKTOR and ROLF Flower Bomb or Angel Muse or Angels. That's like, a different patchouli world fragrances, in the designer world. It's not that I'm talking about. It is this new trend where we have the vanilla and designer chemical white floralness. It is that world. Maybe there's not that much woodiness in this fragrance like we have also in those new fragrances, but you're still getting something that is already out there. And in a sense, I think this is generic. So you're saying that you're not recommending this fragrance, I cannot, because even if the smell is not ugly or you like it, look at this atrocious bottle. Oh my god, the color is off in my opinion, and the bottle, I guess, yes, good fortune, and the bottle is like referencing to that, but oh come on, you know, I looking at this fragrance and the way it smells, I think this is more tailored to, I mean, of course, you can use any fragrance 100 to 0 years old, but it's like more 25 to 40, I guess. This is that portion that, like, you know, clientele who go to Sephora all the time. This is like tailoring to that, which is great actually. But the bottle is not like, you know, making you feel like something or sexy. I don't know. So, what are we gonna do? We're not gonna purchase this fragrance, but what other fragrances you are recommending instead of this? I'm gonna say I think even Alien Goddess is better than this fragrance. And actually, they came up with an Alien Goddess flanker called Intense. And the moment I see the travel size on Sephora's website, I'm gonna order that too. And I also, there's a video on the channel where I talked about Alien Goddess. You can refer back to that if you're really interested in Alien Goddess. Instead of this, I would buy actually Givenchy L'Interdit Intense Eau de Parfum. Instead of this, even if it's reformulated, even if they reformulated the shit out of it, I think Dior Addict would be a better choice in my opinion. But hey, I want to know from you, did you try this new Viktor and Rolf fragrance called Good Fortune? Let me know down in the comment section. And I am so happy actually because I have finished everything I would like to say in 11 minutes 40 11 minutes and 42 seconds. That is great actually, and that's nice, you know. It's a nice short quick video, and it is gonna give you some sort of maybe like a vague idea about this new fragrance, and I would like to know your thoughts. And if this is your first time on this channel, oh my god, I am so happy that, you know, we met here on YouTube. This is a bilingual channel. Each and every video comes in 2 different languages. One of them is in Turkish, I just filmed that, and the other one is in English. And guess what, you have just watched it. And if you did so, thank you so much for doing that. If you would like to support this channel, you can subscribe, you can activate the notification bell, you can leave a like or comment. Anything is on the table. Please let me know how you feel about my videos, because my English videos don't get watched actually as much as my Turkish videos. I guess this is what happens when you have a bilingual channel. One of the language goes, you know, further than the other one. But hey, there are people who follow my channel, you know, the English videos, and I'm so grateful for that. And definitely we are doing the new Alien flanker, Alien Goddess Intense, you know, soon as possible, soon as I try that. And, you know, let me know, what would you like to hear from me? You know, any kind of like, what brands you're interested in, what brands kind of like make you curious but you haven't tried them. Maybe I tried them, maybe I have videos on the channel that I talked about, because I have brand overviews as well. And okay, I'm gonna shut up right now because I don't want this video to be longer than 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you at the next one. Take care, everyone.